Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jonathan, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 7 daily habits to help you change your life.
Do it big, but then see I got oversized. Need that whip.
My first habit is waking up early and having a sleep schedule. First of all, I'm not telling you to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning unless that's something you are comfortable with doing. Everybody has a different body clock, so find the time that works best for you. Building habits require small changes over time, and great things are done when a series of small things are brought together. Ideally, you want to be getting up before 8 AM. Conquering that temptation to sleep in a little longer starts your day right, and that simple decision will pave the way for the rest of your day. Getting up earlier means that you make more time for yourself, giving you the time to do the things that you want to get done, either your workout, your skincare, or skipping that morning traffic. For others, they might be panicking about being late for school, getting stuck in that traffic jam, whereas you've already prepared for the day ahead and you will continue to bring that positive attitude to the things you do for the rest of the day. So what are some of the ways that you can wake up earlier? My biggest tip for you is to build a fixed sleep schedule where you plan to wake up and sleep at the same time every single day, regardless if it's a weekend. For me, I plan to go to bed at 10:30 every single day. However, one thing I faced is that fixed sleep schedules never really blend well with our hectic day-to-day lives. Whenever I meet up with friends, we often hang out until it's pretty late. In fact, I only used to follow my schedule on the weekdays, and on the weekends I would cut myself some slack and I would stay up till like 2 AM in the morning. I'd end up waking up pretty late the following day, and this does get quite annoying. One thing you can do to tackle this problem is just to move the time. Instead of meeting up at around 9:30, we could just move the time up to 6 o'clock. Going out to dinner and friends at 6 or 9 makes no difference in the quality time spent together. It just means that you can come back home earlier and still be very energized for the very next day. Part 2, morning routines. Another daily habit is to have an hour worth of an uninterrupted morning routine. It's actually really important for us to not distract ourselves with social media in the morning. And for those of you that feel super overwhelmed in the morning, this might be one of the reasons why. The moment you wake up, you are sometimes left with your own thoughts, which can sometimes lead to worry. And although worrying about things doesn't often lead to solutions, we do it because our mind is concerned about a couple of things or our mind is worried about a couple of things. So, since thinking about these thoughts doesn't really solve the problem, and due to the increasing availability of technology, we now often tend to distract ourselves with video games or things on our phones. What's important is that when we distract ourselves with games and videos on our phone, we never truly deal with the problem. They just go dormant and they will come back. And technology is amazing at distracting us, suppressing our emotional circuitry like the amygdala and limbic systems. In fact, evidence shows that over the long term, technology worsens our mental health. What then happens is that our days become filled with distractions. Remember, we only push these thoughts away, and after we finish our games, the thoughts come roaring right back, and this leads us to distract ourselves again. A simple morning routine, like going for a walk in the morning, can help you declutter the noise in your mind and give you clarity on how you can tackle your day. Another simple example you can put in your routine is to pace around your room or make your bed instead of picking up your phone. You see, all that technology on your phone is designed to draw you in and attract your attention. The stuff you see on social media excites your brain and escalates your emotions. So when it's time to get work done after scrolling on social media for the past hour, your brain is much too stimulated to do those tedious tasks, and it struggles to stay focused. By limiting your stimulation, you stay present in your own mind, keeping your emotions in check and ready for your productive day of work ahead. And making your bed in the morning means that your bed is always ready for you at the end of a very long day. And this is especially nice on some of those bad days. My morning routine consists of journaling, gratitude, meditation, and skincare. I write a bullet journal in the morning where I write down all the tasks for my day along with small checkboxes, and I tick the tasks off during the day when the tasks are completed. On days when I'm having troubled thoughts, be that stress or feeling a little overwhelmed, writing down the things in my head onto my journal allows a stream of consciousness to flow, and this can sometimes lead me to even solve some of my problems. The times you find yourself with a strong thought pattern or emotion, write it down and observe it. Ask yourself a few questions like, how are those thoughts making you feel? Did you misjudge what someone said to you? Is this a helpful thought? Or is there another idea that I can replace it with? Another thing I do is practice gratitude. I write down the 10 things that I am grateful for, whether that be simple things like waking up early in the morning or the things that I love and enjoy. Comparison is the theft of happiness. When we compare our lives with others, we often forget the things already on our plate. Over time, you will see that a simple gratitude practice makes you less prone to comparison and more focused on yourself, your worth, and your own qualities. There's always going to be someone who doesn't see your worth. Why let that person be you? I end my routine with meditation in the morning. Meditation helps me ground myself in the present moment, which helps me deal with any uneasiness. During my meditation, I often do some positive affirmations. Even when you wake up feeling very unhappy, you still have to find joy in something. You must train your mind to understand that pain is not forever. Every emotion passes eventually. We have to command our thoughts, or they will take command of us. Remember, everyone is on their own path in life. Keep that focus on yourself and stay inspired. Step 3, learn self-discipline. What are you going to start doing that's going to make a difference? Because if you don't change anything, it's always going to stay the same. It's nice to know that you have the power to make that choice, and you can make that choice any day. But what you may not know is that discipline is just like any other muscle. It is something you can develop and grow. The Japanese word kaizen is a mindset where every day is an opportunity to improve, even if it's just by 1%. It's not about being invincible, it's about being unstoppable. Discipline is doing what you know needs to be done, even if you don't feel like doing it. Getting started is always the hardest step, but the best time to start is now. There are no shortcuts in learning self-discipline, but here are a few simple tricks to practice more efficiently. Take action. You may find that throughout the day, you get voices in the back of your mind boggling you to start something. Capture that thought, maybe even write it down, and just start. At first, don't even think about trying to finish the task. Just think about doing the first smallest step. Say to yourself, let me just do this task for 2 minutes minimum. If you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. Find a simple 2-minute version of your desired habit. If you want to read books for 1 hour, start by reading 1 page. You want to get the routine anchored in place and then start increasing the difficulty. Just showing up to do the thing means you are already halfway done. After the 2 minutes are done, you may even want to keep going, and that is great. Remember, don't rush the process, trust in it. This was really helpful for me last year as a student. Large homework tasks always seem so unreasonable. The simple habit of answering just the first question as soon as you get the assignment helps you to not dread the idea of the hard work you need to face. And all you need to do is maintain that momentum. Remember, good planning, good skills, and good ideas are nothing without action. Direct the rider. Be very clear with your goals. In order for you to give yourself the best shot at doing the right thing, you need to make your desired change crystal clear. Instead of saying, I'm going to be more productive today, tell yourself, I'm going to open up my textbook, set the timer to 20 minutes, and start question 1. I'm going to start exercising isn't very clear, but wake up at 6, put on my running shoes, and start jogging out the door is a crystal clear instruction. Gain clarity on your task, and the easier it is to get things done. The more you repeat these habit loops, the stronger they become. Try to increase friction on some of your bad habits and decrease them on good habits. If you always reach for your phone in the morning, get an alarm clock instead of using your phone's alarm. If you have games on your computer, try to remove the icon from your desktop. So in order to find them, you have to intentionally search them up in your windows. Redesign your space so that cues for good habits are more visible and cues for bad habits are more invisible. Part 4. Mindset changes. The mind is a superb instrument if used right. Used wrongly, however, it becomes very, very destructive. When you start to change something in your life, your mind does a very slippery trick. It attacks you with thoughts like, why didn't I start this earlier? Why couldn't I get this done yesterday? No matter how small a change is, you've just made a change. But instead of appreciating that, you've decided to punish yourself instead. If all the progress that you make is met with negatives in your mind, think about what you are reinforcing. Your brain learns that making changes just leads to more hurt, and then you don't change. You avoid things and nothing gets done. It's the mindset that we need to change. Reassure yourself and be patient with yourself. You're working on it. Don't measure your change as a person by how close you are to your self-imagined finish line. Measure change by how far you've come. You are a better person than the person you were 4 months ago. Shift your perspective and you will see that changing your mindset doesn't change the situation you are in, but it changes you and your ability to deal with your situation. What if it doesn't work out? What if it's pointless? Judge a man by his questions, not his answers. Ask yourself instead questions of value, not ones that hinder or blind you. What if it does work out? What if you can do it? What if it's exactly what you needed? It's better to seek the excuse to become better than to remain the same. And whenever you start something new or want to progress to a new level, we are all honestly pretty bad in the beginning. All of us. Maybe you want to learn a new instrument, or write a book. But don't beat yourself up when you first come to start. Remember, failures are stepping stones for success. Fail, learn, and then try again. Everyone you admire for their great skill was once a novice. To be good at something, be bad at it first. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. Another thing that we tend to do is continue to raise the bar on ourselves. Perhaps today you've managed to get one thing done, and just before you doze off, you convince yourself that because you managed to do something great today, you're going to keep doing that for the rest of the week. Initially, we had set a small goal for ourselves, but now we've shifted it to something that maybe we aren't ready for. It's always good to push yourself, but remember, change is a process that takes time. And now you've set yourself some unreasonable goals for the next day, and you may have set yourself up for failure. Remember, the person tomorrow is not some superhero version of you. It's still human and can get things wrong. Try your best every day, but remember that your best will look different every day. Part 6. Exercise daily and eat healthy. I exercise 5 times a week, and on rest days, I sometimes go out to play basketball or go swimming. And there is no excuse not to. If you say you don't have the time, make the time for yourself. Quoting Socrates, "It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable." You don't even have to get a gym membership to get started. You can get everything done in your own home. There are a ton of YouTube videos online that you can just follow through. And if you want, I can link some of my favorite creators down below. Pamela Reif, Heria, and Next Workout are some of my favorites. For those of you who have started working on your body, you may find that keeping up with the habit is incredibly difficult. And that may be because you set your goals wrong. Remember, working out is a lifestyle change, not a final end goal. If you do fall out of the habit, get back into it as quickly as you can. Everyone gets off track, even the best performers. Perfection and intensity won't get you far, but discipline and consistency will. You miss one workout, so what? Don't let one setback color your day. Remember, sometimes just doing 5 minutes of exercise is better than doing none. Everyone has those days where they feel like not putting the work in, but even on those days, I make the decision to get it done. Maybe 20 minutes or even just 6. And the longer you stay in the habit, the easier it becomes. Exercising also helps with eating healthier. After exercising, people don't go for unhealthy meals. Instead, they go for the healthier options, and mostly water. 7. Time management. One interesting idea I learned from Elizabeth Phillips is planning your day based on an energy timetable. I'll link a video up at the top here, and it's about how the best timetables are made by sorting tasks based on your energy levels. I always find myself most focused at the start of my day, so I hit my day off with the highest priority task first. I then switch and move my tasks around based on how I'm feeling during that time of day. For example, I plan to do my YouTube work after solid study sessions, because I often feel very tired after them, and it lets me chill out with a productive but also a creative task. I feel the most tired after lunch, so I give myself a much less demanding task. Another important point is having a flexible timetable. As a student, I'm not new to any of this timetable spiel, and far too often I've planned out a schedule that is far too rigid. Life is unpredictable at times, so why make a routine for yourself that isn't flexible? Time yourself throughout your day and how long you take to do certain tasks. For example, my maths homework would usually take me around 2 hours to complete, so I would allocate myself with a 2 hours maths work block and move this around to fit my day. This is why I love using Google Calendar, because it allows me to move tasks around and be more flexible, unlike if I did it on paper. And remember, you don't need to start tasks at perfect time. Just start now at 3:21 in the afternoon. We can often separate our tasks into fixed and flexible categories. Fixed tasks are tasks where you know how long it will take for you to complete it. This can be workouts, tackling past papers when you've been given a specific amount of time to complete the job. Flexible tasks are the opposite, like homework, for example. You don't know how long it will take you to finish. Rule of thumb is, always try to get your fixed tasks done first. During exam season, get your revision done first in the morning before your homework. Sounds wrong, but you are putting too much importance on your homework when it is the revision that is the highest priority task. Also, you don't know how long it will take for you to finish your homework, and you might spend too much time on it and miss out on quality revision. And my final point is, if an activity takes less than 2 minutes to do, just do it. Cleaning the dishes, making the bed. Just do it. So to wrap up this video, and if there's one thing to take away, it's this. So much of our life is just practice, practice, and practice. So keep falling forwards each time and stay courageous. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, it's a habit. And just a quick little reminder, be proud of yourself and be thankful that you are taking good care of yourself. You're worth it, and we are all very, very proud of you. Remember, it's a tough path, but it is the rough road that leads to the height of greatness. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, then it's not the end. Keep trying and keep progressing. Remember, a lot of growth isn't actually seen. And when you've made a change, come back to this video and let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you guys are all getting on, and we are all in this journey together. On that note, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'm going to leave you with this final quote, which is, you will never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. Stay safe, everyone, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace.
1, 2, 3, 4.